And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome here to the track Too Tough to Tame. The Lady in Black, and I'm certain there are other names out there that I just have not heard of because this is the track with a million names. We are at Darlington Raceway here today for the running of the Brandt 350. This is our 14th race, actually, of the Mobil1 Cup Series, and our first to start off the second half of the season. This is when you're going to start seeing drivers making moves towards the chase for the championship. We dub this the chase to the chase. And there's going to be 13 races before we hit the cutoff. The 12 drivers that are in the chase will be announced, and then they will battle it out for 10 races to become the Season 7 Mobil1 Cup Series champion. As we are here today at one of the toughest tracks, they say, because it's called the track Too Tough to Tame. We'll see who can tame it here today. A rookie was able to do it yesterday in Jamie DeFelu. We'll see what will happen in today's event. As on the pole position is going to be a rookie. That is Harrison Langford in the 60. Now, Langford comes into this race 41st in the point stand, so he's really in dire straits of needing to get himself wins to maybe get a wild card spot, unless he can pull off a miraculous 13 weeks and move his way up as out of the top 10 in points. But today could be the start of it. He'll start on the pole position alongside of our winner from the Mobil Open, a guy who did fairly well in the Mobil Cup Series All-Star race as well. That's Kyle Corbett in the 42. Now, the big difference with today's race is he didn't do so well in yesterday's Truck Series event. He actually fell a number of spots through the standings. He's got himself a good qualifying spot for today's race. We'll see how he can do. Corbett comes into this race currently 18th in the standings. Mason Wood lines up on the inside of row number 2. Wood comes into this race 43rd in the standings, but of course he came in mid-season, replacing the non-commenting Zachary Robinson. Alongside of him is going to be James Silverfox for Turner Scott Motorsports, already a winner this year, won a couple of weeks ago back at Pukekohe in New Zealand. He is 8th in the point standings coming into this race, but amazingly enough, he is a total of 71 points back from points leader Sean Galligan. That's just how good a season so far the Rusty Wallace Racing Toyota has had. The points actually coming into this race are as follows. Sean Galligan is the points leader. He enjoys a 25-point lead over Luke Walker. Then Cassandra Renzi is currently the rookie points leader. She is 3rd in points. 4th in points is Joshua Michaels, with Dylan Young, our Daytona winner, in 5th. Chris Washer is currently 6th. Joshua Collard is 7th. James Silverfox is in 8th. Cody Lamas 9th. And James Qualls, after his win at the end of the first half of the regular season at Spartan, he has now cracked the top 10. But as I said, there is a total of 71 points separating 1st from 10th place. The points have really spread out here in the Mobil1 Cup Series for the first half of the season. Another interesting battle we should keep an eye on are Washer, Collard, Silverfox, Lamas, and James Qualls. From 6th on down through 10th, they're separated by only 1 point. Chris Washer has 316 points. Collard, Silverfox, Lamas, and Qualls have 315 points apiece. And then right underneath them, 11th through 13th, McIntyre, Schwallenberg, and Drew Austin, they have 310 points apiece. So it's going to be really close between those drivers during the course of this race. So 37 laps of racing ready to be run. Field will peel off. We'll take a look at your starting grid on the top of your screen. Now let's take a look at a couple of drivers maybe to watch here today at Darlington. Of course, we're definitely going to be keeping an eye on this guy, Sean Galligan. Going to be starting near the mid-pack, maybe more towards the rear of the mid-pack. Sean Galligan has been so consistent this year. He always seems to pull out a top 10. We'll see if he can do it here today. Another driver who actually we should keep an eye on, he ended up having some pretty good momentum coming into this race because he won the Mobil1 Cup Series All-Star race, and that's Wolfgang Mason. Wolfgang actually comes into this race 17th in the point stand, so we'll see if maybe that win back at M&M Super Speedway in the non-points All-Star race event, if maybe he'll be able to use that to springboard himself up inside the top 10 in the point stands. Last driver we should keep a close look at would be this guy. Where is he? There he is, Dylan Poteet. Ended up winning a couple of weeks ago, and he has been able to work his way up to the 21st place in points. We'll see how he does here today at Darlington. Another driver that we actually should look at, but we don't have time to be able to actually look back at him, is Anthony McCurry, because remember here at Darlington, Noah Hart ended up picking up Audi's very first Snickers Cup Series win. There's an Audi in this Mobil1 Cup Series field. We'll see if maybe Anthony McCurry can get Audi to victory lane for the second time in their career in the NNSCRA here at this very track, Darlington Raceway. But we're ready to go green. 37 laps await us. Green flag is out, and mashing the throttle is the 60 Fastenal Ford of Harrison Langford. Mason Wood seemed to get a good jump too. Kyle Corbett, on the other hand, did not time that start perfectly. He actually is going to lose second place to Mason Wood before they even get out of turn number 2. Oh, Bob Jones nearly got the wall back there. There was someone behind him, too. I don't know who it was. Might have been Joshua Michaels who almost got the wall, but they keep it clean and green. At least for now, as the top two are going to break away. Harrison Langford and Mason Wood, they pull away. Madison Sieber now looks like she's going to move her Michael Norman Motorsports number 1 into third. And look at Mason Wood, gets a run there on the half groove lower than the 60 car, and he's going to try to go to the lead. Oh, Sieber got the wall there, though. Trenton Dunham moves by for third place now as the battle continues to rage for the lead up here. High side is Harrison Langford, low side is Mason Wood. Oh, man, careful. Boy, I'll tell you, Harrison Langford's doing a pretty good job keeping his car from not hitting the outside retaining wall. He could reach out and touch the wall if he wanted to. He's that close, but nice job. Look at that. He used the outside line, and he'll hold off Mason Wood, at least for now. Here comes two other drivers. This is a good battle going on for the third position. Trent Dunham is holding off James Silverfox. As those two are trying to close in here, making a four-man fight for the win. Or not for the win, actually, more for the lead. Because we still have about 33 laps to go. Actually, 34 as they hit the stripe. Back here, there's James Silverfox. He's going to try to get to the inside of Trent. And Trent's going to leave the door open. Oh, and Trent hits the wall hard, man. Meanwhile, up front, Mason Wood's been able to get back to the inside of Harrison Langford. And oh, wait a minute. That time, Langford may have had to bail out of the throttle. I think Mason may have him cleared. Harrison going to try to get the run off this corner, but Mason leads that lap, and he will clear the 60. Now here comes the 34 of Silverfox. Looking for his second place, but nope. Langford not only throws the block on Silverfox, he now crossovers, and he's going to go to the lead as Mason Wood gets the wall. So as soon as Mason Wood lost the lead, he gets it back, and he opens up a little distance now between himself and the new second place car of James Silverfox as Mason Wood hits the wall again. Caution flag is out for the first time today here on lap 6. So Madison Sieber will cross the line in third, George Roque is in fourth, and Mason Wood will cross in fifth. Then it's Trent Dunham, Ralph Mason, Joshua Michaels, Levi McIntyre, and Henry Nova. Looks like there's some smoke here on the back straightaway. Someone may have spun. A couple drivers of pit road, including the All-Star Race winner, Wolfgang Mason. Austin LaPlante, the defending champ. You can see him there on the lower left side of your screen. There's Daniel Day and Jake Rogers on pit road. They may have been collected. Drew Austin, two-time winner this season. He's involved. James McLeod has been involved. His teammate from Twinix Racing, Dylan Poteet's in it. So is Kyle Matthews. So is the Zach Campbell machine. There were a lot of cars involved. Jessica Shelton's heading for pit road, but I think this is a regularly scheduled stop. Joshua Collard's got some damage on the right side, but he may have actually just gotten that from getting into the wall. And some drivers are going to stay out. Silverfox is one of them. He'll stay out, but the leader, Harrison Langford, is coming to pit road. Also staying out were Madison Sieber, George Roque, Ralph Mason, and Levi McIntyre. They will all restart as the top 5. Let's see what the strategy is going to be here for Harrison Langford. Giving up valuable track position to come down and get some fresh rubber. As he'll pull into his pit stall here. Mason Wood right behind him. You got to assume Mason Wood's coming in to repair the damage he's got on the right side of his machine. He's hit the wall several times during the course of this race so far. And it's going to be a right sides only for Harrison Langford. He is down and away. So let's take a look now at a replay of what put us under the caution for the first time today here at Darlington. Now here's a look at what happened here. Tanner Sullivan's going to make his way past this, and it's going to be these two damaged machines. One of Zach Campbell and one of Dylan Poteet. And I think Campbell may actually... Well, no. Dylan Poteet just gets tight or something, comes up off the corner, and just flat out turns Zach Campbell around. Boy, I don't really know what to make of that. I don't know if that was for position or not. Yeah, that was for position. That was for the 35th position. And Campbell just gets unceremoniously turned off the second corner. A little confused by that. We normally don't see Poteet get that aggressive, but he must be pretty frustrated with the day he's having or something. Whatever the case, Zach Campbell is the one that gets turned around, gets the inside retaining wall, and it was enough for NNSCRA to throw a caution flag. So we're under yellow for the second time today. Let's head back now for the restart. And this one's actually going to start with the defending champ, Austin LaPlante, who's been able to work his way up to 14th in points after he was running down in the 40s after Daytona. His car is just going to get really loose off that corner. He hits the wall. Nowhere for Wolfgang to go in the 82. He then slides back up, makes more contact with the 6, and then he's going to start wrecking here. He gets the outside retaining wall, and then everybody starts getting held up. Sean Galligan, how did he get through? Man! There's Campbell getting involved. There's Rogers. Jessica Shelton does a nice job slowing up. I don't know if she gets involved really that badly or not. There's Kyle Matthews. He got spun around by somebody. I think it was Lyndon Wright. And there's Drew Austin, Dylan Pote getting held up behind the 6. As up ahead, oh, what happens up here? Oh, someone slid into this corner. Oh, it was McLeod. Did somebody hook him? Yep, Dylan Young tries to bring his car back up onto the track. McLeod had made his way through very well, but Dylan Young not going to let him go through, and oh man, Wolfgang Mason gets hit and actually rides the wall in turn 3. And I don't think this is going to end anytime soon. There was still more wrecking going on back here. There's Shelton getting through. There's Daniel Day. There's where he gets his damage. Smoke erupts immediately from the 22 car. And we know Drew Austin had a lot more damage than we saw, so let's see who he hits. I wonder if it might be the 82 of Wolfgang Mason. Mason may come sliding back down the racetrack after Martin Truexing on the wall. Yep, right there. Oh, man. He was upside down, too, and Austin the Plant runs into the back of the 54. Poteet also ran into the Daniel Day machine. That's where he got more of his damage on his 17. So Wolfgang, a good week last week, won the All-Star race, but this week, not so good. Two-time winner, Drew Austin involved, and a lot of former winners involved in this one as well. Dylan Young, our winner from Daytona. Drew Austin, two-time winner, as I said. Daniel Day, Dylan Poteet. Tough break for a lot of these drivers. Highest running in points that got involved here was Dylan Young. That was in the 5th position. Watch Sean Galligan very calmly make his way through this wreck and pick up valuable spots in the running order. Man, he nearly sideswiped James McLeod, but a nice save there, and I think they actually wrecked right behind him too there, McLeod and company. He nearly got collected, but a nice miss. Let's take another on board, this time with the Coors Light Chevrolet of Jessica Shelton. Made a little contact there with Zach Campbell, not much, and then there's Wolfgang on the right side, rim riding on the wall here at Darlington. That's going to deserve more than a Darlington stripe. Pretty nice miss there by Jessica Shelton, pretty much getting away from that unscathed. And finally on board with our All-Star race winner, Wolfgang Mason. Let's see what he saw. Watch the 6 get loose on him up ahead. Now he has it saved here, but then Dylan Young's going to turn McLeod. He got hit from Drew Austin and Austin the Plant. And his car comes to rest, and we do lose that camera. So first caution of the day, we're getting ready for our first restart of the day, and James Silverfox and several others decided to roll the dice and not pit this early. So they are going to restart out in the front. James Silverfox is the leader. Aston Sieber in second. Jake Rogers will actually line up on the inside, 1 lap down. We'll document the drivers 1 lap down or out of the race in just a moment. George Roque is in third, Ralph Mason fourth, fifth is Levi McIntyre, Henry Nova sixth, Charles Jackson runs seventh, eighth Charles Sanford, ninth is Ian Dutta, and Jacob Lawler is in 10th. Then it's Collard, Rogers, Galligan in 13th, 14th Jake Cole, 15th Anthony McCurry, Sean Henley 16th, 17th place will be Andy Timmons, and Zach Campbell runs in 18th place. Those drivers did not pit. These drivers did. 19th Harrison Langford, 20th Mason Wood, 21st Trent Dunham, 22nd Bob Jones, 23rd Joshua Michaels. Then it's Dylan Schwalberg and Cody Lamas, the rest of the top 25. Then it's Kyle Corbett, Cassandra Renzi, Chris Washer, Tanner Sullivan, James Qualls, top 30. Dylan Young, Jessica Shelton, Luke Walker, second in points, way back here in 33rd. 34th, Kyle Matthews. Lyndon Wright in 35th, and Dylan Poteet is 36th. 1 lap down in 37th, that is Jake Rogers, as we consult the NNSCRA ticker. Out of the race, the cars of James McLeod, Austin the Plant, Wolfgang Mason, Daniel Day, and Drew Austin. So we've got 5 drivers already out of this race here at Darlington, and we're ready to turn them loose for more racing. This race is in honor of 2 different individuals, and we're going to have a silent lap here on lap number 10. for Austin LaPlante's grandfather, Leonard Petzold. So as we are under green flag conditions here, James Silverfox, Madison Seabird, they pull away. Our next silent lap will be on lap 20. As back there, George Roque, how about the 7? Having a good run here today for the Junior Motorsports team. George Roque comes into this race currently in 39th in points, so he really needed a run like what he's having here today. Same for the guy running 2 spots behind him, right now in 5th. That's Henry Nova, currently in the 36th position in the point standings. He's 5th on track here today, but one thing these drivers have got to hope for is for a quick caution flag, so that way they can pit under yellow. If they have to pit under green, they could be in trouble. We saw pit strategy come into play in our Truck Series race yesterday, and Jamie DeFelu was the one to capitalize on it. Have these guys watched that Truck Series race and formulated a strategy that they think is going to get them to the checkered flag first? I don't know. I mean, either these guys are banking on one of two things. They're either hoping for a quick caution flag so that way they're able to be out in front, then come down pit road, make their stop, or they're hoping this thing goes green all the way to the end so that way those other drivers that just pitted back on lap 7, that they're going to have to pit again before the checkered flag is over. These guys could be planning on a one-stop only race. At least these guys up here at the front of the field. And Silverfox is quickly jumping away. George Roque just moved into 2nd. 3rd now is Henry Nova, as Madison Seabird continues to have struggles with that machine. We've seen her hit the wall a couple of times at the start of this race, and apparently she got the wall again because she lost a ton of positions. She's now lost one to Jackson. She's lost one to Sanford. Oh, and Ralph Mason gets the wall behind her. Here comes Ian Dutta in the 88. Good runs for both the Junior Motorsports cars. Actually, all 3 of them doing well here. You got Charles Jackson just ahead, Ian Dutta that we're looking at there, and George Roque now in the 2nd position. There's Zach Rogers. Let's try and find the first of our drivers that pitted. There he is. Harrison Langford up there in the 15th position, and you can see how the fresher tires. He's got fresher right sides than everybody else up ahead of him. He just pulled right up the back bumper there of Levi McIntyre. And now he'll try going to work here, try and work his way back inside the top 10. Another car that pitted with him, right there, Mason Wood. He's worked his way up now to the 17th position, and he's trying to catch up there to Harrison Langford and start to cut his way through traffic. Our points leader is conspicuously missing. He was up in the 13th position for the restart. There he is. He's back here with Dylan Young, Sean Henley and company. Whoa, Dylan Pote slammed the wall hard there. I don't think he can really hurt that car anymore. It's got its hood missing, but Galligan is right now being scored. He was 32nd last time by. I don't know where he's going to be scored this time. Let's see when he crosses the stripe. This time by, oh wait, we're on the back straightaway, not the front straightaway. My bad. Wait till he comes around here and see where they score the points leader, and then we're going to try and find Luke Walker in the 2. Galligan this time by is scored in the 30th position. Now let's see if Luke Walker could make any strides to trying to run down Galligan. Galligan's now under fire from Jessica Shelton and actually just got the wall. There's Luke Walker. He is scored in the 26th position, not too far ahead. As Andy Timmons is coming to pit road. Wait a minute. Does this mean these other guys are coming? They are. Silverfox is coming to pit road along with Nova, Jackson, Sanford, Dutta, Roque, Lawler, Mason, all those drivers who decided to stay out under that last caution flag. So the lead, I believe, would cycle over to the driver who came down first onto pit road. That would be Harrison Langford. And that is indeed the case, as everybody's making their pit stops here. And I said we would have a silent lap. I'm actually going to take, and we're going to have a silent lap on 21, so I have an opportunity to mention why the silent lap is going to be happening. This is another silent lap. This race is not only dedicated to Leonard Petzold, but it's also dedicated to Dylan Poteet's cat, Snowball, who passed away yesterday. So we're going to have a silent lap for Snowball because I think anybody that has a pet can agree with me that pets are just as close as family members. So let's have a silent lap here. And as we complete our second silent lap of the day, we got a doozy of a battle going on here now as we've got Harrison Langford, Bob Jones, and now Madison Sieber closing in. Three-car fight, and I'm not certain why, but Madison seemed to be so much faster than the 60 and the 38 combined. She caught right up to these guys really, really quick. I'm not so certain that the 60 is not a little bit slow. I don't know. However, if that's the case, the 38 of Bob Jones would have blown right by him. Maybe it was that these two were battling that it allowed Madison Sieber to be able to just concentrate on running them down. That could have been. Right now, Langford, Bob Jones, Madison Sieber, the top three are all literally nose to tail. Oh, but wait a minute. Pit stops are coming for these guys now. This is going to work out perfectly for James Silverfox, Charles Sanford, George Roque, Henry Nova, all those drivers who had to pit before. This long green flag run they were hoping for, well, they got it. And this is going to shuffle things up again. Question is, though, where's Harrison Langford going to come out in relation to James Silverfox and the rest of the leaders of that second group that came down and pitted just a couple of laps ago? See what the strategy will be on Harrison Langford's stop. He got right sides last time. What are they going to do on the 60 this time with about 14 laps to go? They're going to go to the right side again on his Fastenal Ford Mustang. Let's see if they go with just right sides again, or are they going to go with left sides as well? Nope, it's a four-tire stop for the 60. And if I'm not mistaken, I think James Silverfox may have just well gotten around him already. I'll have to see when we get around here to the scoring loop, just to see who comes out ahead of whom. There's Levi McIntyre, Andy Timmons going by. I don't know if they are the potential leaders or not. We're going to have to find out in a minute here. We'll see where Langford crossed the stripe. They're saying Luke Walker's the leader, but I don't think Luke's been to victory, or not to victory lane, I mean to pit road yet. He just came off pit road. And according to what they're saying, there's your new leader. Charles Jackson will inherit the lead from Luke Walker, I do believe, after Walker had to make a pit stop there. Let's see if they do score Charles Jackson's leader. They do indeed. Jackson is now the leader. I believe Silverfox will be in second. Nova is in third. Dutta fourth. Lawler fifth. Then it's Sanford, Roque, Rogers. Then Anthony McCurry and Jake Cole. That is the top 10. Wow. That certainly changed in a hurry. Charles Jackson, the current leader right now in the TaxSlayer Chevrolet, and there is second place James Silverfox. He's got to make his way past, which I believe would be a lap down machine now, of Joshua Collard in order to be able to get up there and battle with Charles Jackson. Silverfox, in the last 3 years, I believe he's had 2 multiple win seasons. He ended up having 3 wins back in his rookie debut season. I believe that was season 3. And then I believe it was season 5 and season 6. He had at least 2 wins. I may be incorrect in that, but I know that he's got a lot of wins, and I know that he's actually trying to battle with Sean Galligan for most wins in the Mobil1 Cup Series. I think he's only 2 wins behind Galligan, and the caution flag is actually out for the second time today here. Caution is going to wave. The yellow lights are on, and this time looks like it's going to be the 28 of Zach Campbell the reason. Everybody else appears to be okay, so Zach Campbell apparently is the reason for this yellow coming out, and this is going to now throw a big question mark as to whether or not these drivers are going to take this opportunity to maybe pit make it the rest of the way, or can they make it the rest of the way on the fuel after the pit stops they just made? We'll find out in a moment, as we're going to jump back now, see what happened to the 28 of Zach Campbell to put us under the caution for the second time here today at Darlington. Well, when we get back to green, we're going to have a total of 6 laps to go in today's event. The Brandt 350 shaping up to be a good one here, as we've got Charles Jackson the leader. Second place is James Silverfox. These two going to enjoy a little bit of real estate, as they have some lap cars between them, including Sean Henley, Joshua Collard, and Sean Galligan, the points leader. There is third place. That is Henry Nova. Fourth, Ian Dutta. Fifth, Charles Sanfer. Sixth, Jacob Lawler. Seventh, George Roque. Zach Rogers in eighth. Ninth place there is Anthony McCurry, and Jake Cole completes the top 10. Then you got Levi McIntyre. He's 11th. Bob Jones is 12th. Harrison Langford 13th. 14th, James Qualls. 15th, Andy Timmons. 16th place will be Tanner Sullivan. Cody Lamas is in 17th. 18th is Luke Walker. 19th, Mason Wood, and Kyle Matthews is in 20th. Then it's Cassandra Renzi, Ralph Mason, Chris Washer, Madison Siebert, Joshua Michaels, Dylan Schwallenberg, Jessica Shelton, and she's actually the last car on the lead lap. She's in the 27th position. Everybody else is 1 lap down at least to the leader from 28th on down. That is Sean Henley, Joshua Collard, points leader Sean Galligan, Lyndon Wright, Kyle Corbett, Trent Dunham, Dylan Young, Dylan Poteet, Jake Rogers, and Zach Campbell. We have still only 5 drivers out of the race: McLeod, LaPlante, Wolfgang Mason, Daniel Day, and Drew Austin. But this could be interesting. We could have just it be Charles Jackson and James Silverfox be the two to battle it out for the win here, but those lap machines of Henley, Collard, and Galligan, they could come into play, as Jackson, man, did he fly away from James Silverfox on that restart. Now, I don't know how good an idea that was, because we remember when we saw the Bob Jones machine and Charles Jackson, I think it was those two. No, who was it? Langford and Bob Jones. When those two were battling, Madison Siebert caught up to them really quickly and made it a 3-car fight for the lead. Maybe Silverfox is planning on doing that very same thing, as he's not gotten any challenge from Sean Henley behind him. Henley maybe trying to help Silverfox move up here to the back bumper of Charles Jackson. I don't know. Oh, but wait a minute. Henley now gets to the inside of James Silverfox. That's good for Charles Jackson. He'd love to have those lap cars as a buffer between himself and second place, as Silverfox is steadily losing spots to those lap machines. Henley's gotten by, Collard's gotten by, and now Sean Galligan's trying to get by, as Charles Jackson trying to stretch this whole thing here. Next time by, it'll be only 3 laps to go. Can Charles Jackson do it? He's got lap machines between himself and second place. Actually, I think that might be a battle for second. Nope, it was a battle for second. It's over. Ian Dutta has taken second place. Sanford has taken third, as Silverfox has now slipped back to fourth. But look at the distance between Charles Jackson and now new second place driver Ian Dutta. It's about 1.2 seconds right now, and I think it's going to grow, because he's got Henley, Galligan, and Collard pretty much serving as a barrier between himself and second place. 2 to go for Charles Jackson. I think all he's got to do now is not beat himself. Everything, the scenario is perfectly set for Charles Jackson to walk away with this thing. He just got to make sure he hits his marks and that he's got enough fuel to make it to the end. He's also got to make sure he doesn't battle too hard with Sean Henley if Henley does manage to get to his back bumper. And Henley is seeming to close in here. Henley wants to finish on the lead lap, albeit would be on the, I think it would be like around the 30th position. No, 28th. 28th, they're telling me. As Charles Jackson, you can see there is Henley closing on him. White flag in the air. Let's see what Henley may do with Charles Jackson here. Will he be able to get to his back bumper? Jackson, I think, would be smart to just let Henley go if he gets to his back bumper as he goes through turn number 2. Nice and smooth right now, and still 3 lap cars between himself and Ian Dutta. Although Dutta did close up the gap there. He's now 9/10 of a second back, but I don't think he's going to have enough time, because he'd have to pass 3 cars and then pass Charles Jackson. Out of turn 4 for the final time, Charles Jackson. Pit strategy works to him today. He wins here today in the Brandt 350 at Darlington Raceway. His first win of Season 7 here in the Mobil1 Cup Series. The defending Snickers Cup Series champ goes to victory lane. And now that's a streak of 2 seasons where he's had a victory. He had a win last season at Daytona. This season, he has it at Darlington. And a great win there for Charles Jackson. We never talked about Charles until he ended up being up there at the front after that last round of green flag pit stops. And perfect strategy there as Charles Jackson picks up the win here today in that 5 machine. His teammate Ian Dutta finishes right behind him in second place. Great race for Junior Motorsports with a 1-2 finish. Charles Sanford, nice run for him as he's going to finish the day in the 3rd position. Sanford comes into this race 38th in points, so he really needed a run like that. Same for Ian Dutta, was 37th in points, and Jackson was 29th in points, so all 3 of them getting well-needed runs. James Silverfox had a strong car today, but the lap cars kind of played havoc with him. He'll finish in 4th, though. Good run for him. He'll stay inside the top 10 in points. Nice run for the Audi today of Anthony McCurry. He'll get 5th position. Bob Jones in 6th. James Quall's going to get 7th. Harrison Langford, the pole sitter, stuck himself still inside the top 10. Great run in the 8th position. 9th was Tanner Sullivan. Good run for the 20. And Cody Lamas will stay inside the top 10 in points with a solid run of 10th here today. Now we know that Sean Galligan finished a lap down. He finished in the 30th position. He came in, as I said at the top of the program, 25 points ahead of Luke Walker. Let's see where Luke finished. He finishes in 12th place, so that's 18 points that he made up. That means only 7 points that Sean Galligan will have as an advantage over Luke Walker heading into next week's race at Champs-Élysées. So Galligan's got his work cut out for him. The big points lead he was enjoying has been very, very quickly cut down to just a single-digit point lead. Wow. This is going to be interesting heading into next week. But we're going to a road course, so now it'll be back in the wheelhouse of Sean Galligan, but we'll have to see what takes place. But congratulations to Charles Jackson on his first Mobil1 Cup Series win of Season 7 as he takes the checkers here today. Hope you guys enjoyed today's race. If you did, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the crew today. Here comes your official finishing results. Overall point stands and rookie points heading into next week at Champs-Élysées. As I said, we're heading across the pond to France for some road course racing. We still got the race here at Darlington to finish up with the Snickers Cup Series event coming up very soon. You've been watching a production of the NNSCRA Offline Racing.
From the west coast to West Virginia, and every town in between. Come Friday night, there's a stream of tail lights hitting the local scene. They got ragtop step sides, hot rods and low rides, anything on 4 wheels, cruising in that seat of automobiles. Getting ready for some toe tapping, wall slapping, NASCAR USA. It's the feel great tailgate party till the break of day. Talking about the song jamming, gear slamming, NASCAR USA. We're ready to roll. Let loose and let it go. Let's get the show on the road. It's the hunger for